Organizers say almost 300,000 people turned out on the National Mall today, coming together in solidarity with Israel after the horrific Hamas terror attacks last month.
But President Biden's facing growing backlash over his commitment to Israel. Well, he didn't show up, neither did the First Lady. With many lawmakers, like far-left Congresswoman Pramila Jayapal, still insisting on a ceasefire with Gaza.
You cannot substitute one war crime for another war crime. I think it is time for us to say we are not supporting offensive military support for Israel. It is time for us to call for a ceasefire.
But maybe she'd be singing a different tune if she had actually bothered to watch the uncensored footage of the October 7th attack.
Did you view the October 7th video this morning? I know all House members. Why didn't you go to that?
I was doing other stuff, but obviously I've been meeting with hostage families and continuing to do that.
But you know who did see the video when he was in Israel? Michigan Congressman John James, and he joins us now. What do you make of her comments? Just say Hamas surrender, Congressman.
Well, it's impossible to talk about ceasefire when you are talking with someone who's fighting for their survival. When I was in war, one of my commanders always taught me that when your enemy tells you something, you better believe them before it's too late. When the Iranians say death to America, death to Israel, we better believe it. When they say that we're the great Satan and Israel is a little Satan, what do we expect is going to happen? And so you have Congresswomen like Rashida Tlaib and Jayapal out there as Hamas apologists who are saying that they're not going to support an offensive war. Well, I'm pretty sure that Israel is defending itself. I'm pretty sure it was Hamas that broke the peace on October 7th. So we must absolutely do everything we can to support Israel's right to defend themselves and eradicate Hamas, and then work toward a lasting peace with the Palestinians, while also making sure that we hold anyone who's doing war crimes accountable.
You know, Congressman, it would make sense to me that if you're going to side with Hamas and you're going to be anti-Israel, maybe you should watch the uncensored video that shows the raw horror of the attack against the Jewish people, against women and children. What actually happened in this, I think 45 minutes of footage? But she doesn't find time to actually go look at what the people who she supports did to the Jews?
Well, she doesn't care. The people around here talking about caring, they don't care. They don't care about a little girl right now who's been captured in a Hamas tunnel. She doesn't care that this 8-year-old right now is going to be turning 9 on November 17th. At the end of this week. She doesn't care. There's not going to be balloons and birthday cake. She might have a gun to her head if she's alive. She doesn't care about the 240 hostages that are currently in Hamas custody right now. She just cares about raising money and doing everything she can to weaken the United States. And oh, by the way, we have a southern border that has been open and over 2 million unapprehended, and we have over 250 FBI watch list gotaways. How many more don't we see? Is people like Jayapal, people like Tlaib, who are continuing to apologize for Hamas, their atrocities, looking the other way, and anti-Semitism is alive and well in the Progressive Caucus, and even Joe Biden can't stand up to him. He didn't come up to the march today. So I just got back from Israel. I saw the horrors firsthand in Iraq, and I saw them on video. And if you haven't watched it, you need to watch it, because their memories deserve to be honored by Americans truly knowing what's going on and the hate and the heinous crimes that Hamas is perpetrating against humanity.
Congressman, it looks like Biden has actually gone through with extending the sanctions waiver on Iran. This is to the tune of $10 billion to allow Iraq to buy electricity from Iran. The State Department says this is okay because Iran can only use this money for humanitarian purposes. Listen to this.
There are 20 waivers that have been issued for the payment from Iraq for Iranian electricity imports. They go back to 2018. They started during the Trump administration. All in each of these waivers, it has been the case that none of this money goes to Iran. It is held in accounts that are restricted, where they can only be used to pay for food, medicine, humanitarian purposes, and other non-sanctionable activities.
Congressman, they like to talk about, well, the Trump administration started it, but they changed it, and these transactions are in euros, I believe. And how do they have any control over what Iran does? This money is fungible.
They don't know and they don't care. And I've said many times, the Biden administration is putting Americans at home and abroad more at risk. This money will absolutely go to their nuclear program. This money will absolutely go to destabilizing the Middle East with terror programs and making Americans at home more at risk with our open border, which, by the way, we have a northern border and apprehensions have gone up 500%. And I represent Michigan's 10th Congressional District, which is actually on the Canadian border. The fact of the matter is, don't take my word for it. The fact of the matter is we're making America weaker. And even back during the Obama-Biden administration, John Kerry, of all people, said that the money that we're allowing them to have is going to end in the hands of terrorists. Don't take my word for it. Take the word of the president of Iran. They're saying we're going to use that money however we see fit. Don't take my word for it. Take the word of John Kirby, who on October 11th said that they're doing these things to increase the availability of oil, Iranian oil, that they're making money on, that they're using to build drones to send to Ukraine, and they're also using to fund terror, like what we're seeing with Hamas. The Houthis have entered the chat, and now Hezbollah is posing a risk. They're going to kill Americans, they're going to kill Jews, and Biden in 2 administrations is allowing it to happen with their ignorance, their naivety, and their complete lack of understanding for how global politics works. We need to absolutely hold them accountable, which is why I supported and argued for no sanctioned money for Iran today, and I'm going to do everything we can to make sure we get Israel money. We sanction Iran to the tune of $30 to $60 billion, and we make sure the administration is held accountable for placing Americans at risk.
No doubt. Congressman John James, thanks for joining us. We appreciate it.
Thanks for having me.